Hello everybody, Rusty Ground here, welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. We are still here in Denerim, back from where we left off last episode, and we still have a bunch of people that we can talk to, and let's just get right into it. See what this whole thing is all about here. We got a chest here that we won't be able to open. We also have Habron and her guard and her servant, so, interesting. Okay. We can only talk to Habron. Let's talk to her.
Don't stare at me, Cho. I can have my father send you south to fight Darkspawn, you know.
Okay. Right. So we can't talk to her servant or her guard. That's okay. Maybe we will be able to talk to her sometime in the future. Right. Who else do we have here? We have Lizelle, I believe it's her name.
Good day. The market is busy, is it not? Come, rest here. I have the finest selection of flowers and Orlesian-scented oils in all of Denerim. For a lady friend, perhaps? Roses can open any woman's heart, you know.
Can they really? Where are you from? Because you have a different accent from what I've heard.
I am from Orlais. You've heard of us,
Yes,
no?
I have.
Your Denerim is a fine city, but I miss my Varroyo. She's quite beautiful this time of year.
I thought you were from Toussaint. Because that's what you sound like. Okay. Tell me about Valroyo.
What I miss most are the clothes. The avenue of flowers this time of year has so many colors. And the skirts. Fine wools, cloths. Many only the noble-born can afford. Ferelden is more muted. Its fashion's quite old. But I like the people of this city very much.
Okay, but why did you leave then?
Orlais has many good things. But it is sometimes not so good to be... common?
Common?
My brother had trouble with a chevalier and we departed shortly after.
I see. What sort of trouble did he get into?
A chevalier took an interest in me. It was his right, but it was unwelcome.
I see.
Incensed, my brother hit him over the head with a pot. Such a thing is almost treason. We left that very night and came here.
Ouch. Okay, wait a second. When she said he took an interest in her, is this what she meant?
That and more. Some revere them for their skill and their high service.
I see.
But others tread lightly. As lightly as the mouse in the cat's den. If you will excuse me, I feel a touch lightheaded.
What? Okay. That was... Right. Okay. Ooh. Door of a blood mage relative. Oh, we have a quest. Yeah.
It has begun.
Let's do this here. Oh, okay, I think we need to go... right. We need to go... throughout the city, right? Yeah, here we go. See, there's another one here. And mark these doors. We have Sarah.
So tell me, was the Tower of Mage everything you thought it would be?
Hello.
Abominations running rampant? Templars ready to slaughter every mage in sight? Yes, it rather met all my expectations.
You don't think you might have been better off getting your training there, instead of whatever your mother taught you?
You're right. My mother didn't nearly have as many abominations running about. That certainly would have improved my education.
I'll give you that one.
I'm so relieved.
Okay, guys, behave, please. Let's not get into this. Who is Sarah?
Good day.
Sarah doesn't want to talk to us yet. Okay, not a problem. Not a problem. Also, we haven't...
As there is but one world, one life,
We haven't
one
talked
death,
to
there is
these
but
Templar
one God.
guards here. I don't know...
In the name of Andraste, Bride of the Maker, be welcome in this house. While the cathedral is closed, if you need to make wedding or funeral arrangements, you'll have to talk to Sister Olma.
Did someone die? I remember a funeral.
King Kaelin died, remember? Along with most of the army at Ostagar? Maker guide them all.
Why is the cathedral closed?
That which you fear, living in the shadow of death alone.
And what's wrong with this
I
guy?
have seen it is only a cloud passing before the sun.
The death toll at Ostagar was staggering. We've had a funeral every day for a lost son or daughter of Denerim, and we've many more yet to hold.
Wow, okay. Oh, here we go. What's wrong with your friend?
Are they singing the chant now? It's a funeral, isn't it?
He should have retired to Val Royeaux years ago, but he wanted to stay and serve the remainder of his days in his homeland. It's the lyrium that does this.
Lyrium did this to him?
He wouldn't be a Templar anymore.
Blessed are they who stand before the corrupt and the wicked and do not falter.
He doesn't forget who he is, even if he can't remember anything else.
I see.
May the light of the Maker guide your steps.
Ooh, new Codex update, sorry. New Codex update. Templars. Often portrayed as stoic and grim. Wait a second, we read through this. The Templars' power derives from the substance lyrium, a mineral believed to be the raw element of creation. While mages use lyrium in their arcane spells and rituals, Templars ingest the primordial mineral to enhance their abilities to resist and dispel magic. Lyrium is regulated by the Chantry, yes, we know that. But some Templars suffer from lyrium addiction, the effects of which include paranoia, obsession, and dementia. Templars knowingly submit themselves to this treatment in the service of the Order and the Maker. It is this sense of ruthless piety that most frightens mages? Oh, that most frightens mages when they draw the Templars' attention. When the Templars are sent to eliminate a possible blood mage, there is no reasoning with them, and if the Templars are prepared, the mage's magic is all but useless. Driven by their faith, the Templars are one of the most feared and respected forces in Thetas. Okay. I think we had this, didn't we had this whole entry here and it was just updated? Maybe. I might be mistaken, but...
Magic exists to
I
serve
thought
man
we
and
read about the
never
Templars
will.
before. Sister
Foul
Justine,
and corrupt are they
right?
who have
Mages Collective there. Yeah, we've seen that.
its children.
They shall be named Malefica, a cursed one. They shall find no
Right. We have a mysterious door somewhere.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orthanc.
There's also a Grey Warden poster. That's okay. And we can hear some let's hear some gossip.
All those mages in Lake Callanheart, they up and turned into a pack of demons.
No. Did the Templars kill them all, at least?
No, I guess they got better.
More likely working with the Darkspawn to take us over.
I don't even want to think about it.
Right. Okay, there's something in here as well. The Nod Noble Tavern. We'll get into that in a second. Oh, there's also Wonders of Thetas shop. Right. And then a warehouse, of course. And this mysterious door. Ooh, one second though.
As you say.
Let's get this here. And let's see what happens when we open this mysterious door. The door opens a crack in response to your knock. There is a light breeze, like a change in pressure. Oh, wait a second. Yeah. Wait a second. Present the small painted box. Okay, let's do that. A large shadow nods. A pouch of coins appears in exchange. The door closes. Okay. Friends of Red Jenny. You delivered the small painted box to the Friends of Red Jenny, whoever they are. Oh, crap. Maybe I should have asked about Red Jenny? Damn it. Okay, well, this is done now. Right, okay. What is this here? Warehouse. There's an empty warehouse, is it? Fire arrow. Is it an empty warehouse? Might be. There's a few chests in here, which seem to be... Ooh, look at that. Take everything. Like so. Small metal round shield. Ooh, look at that. Okay, well, 1 second though. Alistair. No. This one. This one... No, it's not better than yours. Jesus. It's actually worse than yours. Right, okay. Okay, what's going on in here? It's weird. I think there's a glitch in the Matrix or something. Because I don't know why it does this. That's weird. Okay. Well, right. Okay. Let's get out of here. And go to Wonders of Thetas shop. Okay. Denerim. Here we go. Excuse me. New Codex entry, Denerim. Culture and history, right? That's the one. Yes, culture and history, Denerim. When anyone in Ferelden speaks of going to the city, they inevitably mean Denerim. There is no other place in the kingdom which rivals it, not in size, population, wealth, or importance. It is the seat of the Theran family, the capital of Ferelden, and the largest seaport, by ancient tradition, the meeting place of the land's meet. As well, Denerim was the birthplace of Andraste. One of them, anyway, as several other sites claim to have been the prophet's early home, including Jadar and Orlais. The Chantry takes no stance on which site's claim is valid, but it is well known that Andraste was Ferelden by birth. When visiting the pilgrimage site in Denerim, it is inadvisable to mention Jadar at all. The city rests at the foot of the Dragon's Peak, a solitary mountain scarred by ancient lava flows. During Andraste's lifetime, it reputedly filled the sky with a great column of black ash and sent burning rock raining down as far away as the Free Marches, but it is now considered extinct. Some believe it merely sleeps and will again darken the sky with ash and fire when the last Ferelden king dies, but this is highly unlikely. Right. Okay. We can talk to Seth the Apprentice, but before we do that... Geography of Thetas. Right. Geography of Thetas. Here we go. Thetas is bounded to the east by the Amaranthin Ocean, to the west by the Thracian Forest and the Hunterhorn Mountains, to the south by the snowy wastes that lie beyond the Orkney Mountains, and to the north by Donark Forest. The word Thetas is Tevinter in origin, originally used to refer to lands that bordered the Imperium. As the Imperium lost its stronghold on conquered nations, more and more lands became Thetas, until finally people applied the name to the entire continent. Of course. The northern part of Thetas is divided amongst the Anderfalls, the Tevinter Imperium, Antiva and Ravain, with the islands held by the Kunari just off the coast. Central Thetas consists of 3 marches, Navarra and Orlais, with Ferelden to the south. What lies beyond the snowy wastes is a mystery. The freezing temperatures and barren land have kept even the most intrepid cartographers at bay. Similarly, the western reaches of Anderfalls have never been fully explored, even by the Anders themselves. We do not know if the dry steppes are shadowed by mountains or if they extend all the way to the nameless sea. Excuse me. There must be other lands, continents, or islands, perhaps across the Amaranthin or north of Parvolan, for the Kunari arrived in Thetas from somewhere, but beyond that deduction we know nothing. Okay. What is this trying to show me here? That we have Friends of Jenny, which is done. It's a completed quest. Okay, we got that. Oh, sorry. Oh, right, here we go. Back Alley Justice, Missing in Action, and Fazil's Request. Okay. And then we have the Mages Collective. Go to the remaining homes. Oh yeah, we still need to find 1 or 2 more homes, right? Right, anything else in here? We gotta... Hello, what's going on here? Okay. Okay, there we go. We got a scroll and some books here, so let's investigate. The Codex, new Codex entry, sorry, the... What? The Aeonar, I think it's... There we go, 61. When the Imperium occupied the area that is present-day Ferelden, they had 2 sites dedicated to magical experimentation at the extreme ends of the Imperial Highway. Right. The southern one was the fortress of Ostagar, which looked out over the Korkari Wilds. The northern one was Aeonar, although the exact location is now a secret known only to a handful of Templars. Whatever it was the Tevinter were trying to discover at Aeonar, their work was never completed. The fortress was overrun by disciples of Andraste upon hearing the news of her death. According to legend, it was a massacre eerily silent, for the invaders caught the mages while all but one of them were in the Fade. My god, okay. The site was left structurally sound but spiritually damaged. Possibly because of this, the Chantry chose to put it to use as a prison. Accused Maleficarum and apostates are held in the confines of Aeonar. Those who have a powerful connection to the Fate, and particularly to demons, will inevitably attack something across the Veil, making the guilty somewhat easier to tell from the innocent. Okay, that's cool. Okay. What else do we have here? We have another scroll. Come on.
Very well.
The Kunari. Oh, here we go. Here we go. The Kunari. The Kunari culture and history. 1 second. Boom. Anyone who travels far enough to the north will eventually encounter the Kunari, white-haired, bronze-skinned giants, a head again taller than a man, with frighteningly calm demeanors and a sort of sparkling fire behind their eyes. For quite a long time, people believed that all Kunari were male, or that their men and women were simply indistinguishable. It was not until the Blessed Age that diplomats from Rivain were allowed, however, briefly to visit Parvolan, and there they discovered that Kunari females do exist in abundance and are quite easily recognized. The Rivaini say that Kunari have a certain kindness to them, or at least a conspicuous lack of cruelty, although I did not observe the creatures closely enough to evaluate their character. Yeah. Okay. A book as well here. The History of the Chantry, Chapter 4. Here we go. The crowds present at the death of Andraste were right to feel despair. It is believed that the prophet's execution angered the Maker, and he turned his back on humanity once more, leaving the people of Thetas to suffer in the dark. In these dark times, mankind scrambled for any light. Some found comfort in demonic cults that promised power and riches in return for worship. Others prayed to the old gods for forgiveness, begging the great dragons to return to the world. Still others fell so low as to worship the Darkspawn, forming vile cults dedicated to the exaltation of evil in its purest form. It is said that the world kept as its people begged for a savior who would not come. The world wept as its people begged for a savior who would not come. Andraste's followers, however, did not abandon her teachings when she died. The cult of Andraste rescued her sacred ashes from the courtyard in Minrathos after her execution, stealing them away to a secret temple. The location of that temple has long been lost, but the ashes of Andraste served as a symbol of the enduring nature of the faith in the Maker, that humanity could earn the Maker's forgiveness despite its grievous insult to him. With time, the cult of Andraste spread and grew, and the chant of light took form. Sing this chant in the four corners of Thetas, it was said, and the world would gain the Maker's attention at last. As the chant of light spread, the cult of Andraste became known as the Andrastian Chantry. Those who converted to the Chantry's beliefs found it their mission to spread Andraste's word. There were many converts, including powerful people in the Imperium and in the city-states of what is now Orlais. Such was the power of the Maker's word that the young King Dracon undertook a series of exalted marches meant to unite the city-states and create an empire solely dedicated to the Maker's will. The Orlesian Empire became the seat of the Chantry's power, the Grand Cathedral in Val Royeaux, the source of the movement that birthed the organized Chantry as we know it today. Dracon, by then Emperor Dracon I, created the Circle of Magi, the Order of Templars, and the Holy Office of the Divine. Many within the Chantry revere him nearly as equal with Andraste herself. The modern Chantry is a thing of faith and beauty, but it is also a house of necessity, protesting Thetas from powerful forces that would do it harm. Where the Grey Wardens protect the world from the Blights, the Chantry protects mankind from itself. Most of all, the Chantry works to earn the Maker's forgiveness, so that one day he will return and transform the world into the paradise it was always meant to be. Right. Okay. I apologize for the background noises there. Someone was writing to me, and I had to stop it there. Okay, cool. Let's have a chat with Seth the Apprentice, and then we'll talk to Tranquil Proprietor. Let's see, Seth the Apprentice.
Yes, make it quick.
Oh, here we go. I have a note from your master. You're the other mage apprentice.
Strange.
Right.
Let's see this. I knew it. I gave that man the best 7 weeks of my life.
I'm sorry, man.
Well, I guess he won't have me to push around anymore. Ha!
Okay. Right. And the Tranquil Proprietor?
Welcome to the wonders of Thetas. We carry items crafted by the Circle, as well as a variety of antiquities. Is there anything you would like to see?
Why not? Okay. You have a bunch of lyrium potions, which I am going to buy. 6 gold? Shit. Okay. I didn't even... my god. What's with the prices here? Okay. Potent lyrium potion recipe. I should have... see? I should have bought this first. Damn it. Right. Okay. What can I sell you? I can sell you... some bolts, because I don't use any bolts here. I could. Yeah, let's sell you all these bolts. And this one, these ones as well. Like that. We'll keep the arrows because I could give them to Liliana, I guess. Small metal round shield. Maybe keep it for myself. Maybe. Okay. Okay, what else are you selling here? Spirit Healer Manual. Ooh, nice. Ancient Map of the Imperium. A gift. An antique, wine-stained map showing the boundaries of the ancient Tevinter Imperium. I can buy this from this guy. Maybe I should buy it. You know what? I'll buy it, maybe? I'll buy it. You never know. You never know how I can find out who wants a map of the Imperium, who would be interested in that. Right. Cool. 75 out of 90. I still need to... okay. Private documents. Why do I have these? And what? No, I'm selling those. Screw it. Private documents. Blank vellum. Wolf pelts. Maybe I should keep the wolf pelts. You never know. Yeah, okay, we'll stay like this. Right, okay, there's nothing else in here, so let's get out. Let's get out and continue our adventure. The other way. Okay. So we can go either into the Nod Noble Tavern or into Genitivi's home. Let's go into the tavern first. We have a quest there. That's awesome. People that might talk to
Busy
us.
day today. I wonder if they have a good plum wine.
Busy day? There's no one here. What the hell?
My cousin was sent to Ostagar before the battle. I hope he's alright.
What are these girls on? There's nothing here. Ooh, Sophie's guard. And who's Sophie? Hello there.
My shift's nearly over. Thank Andraste.
Okay, let's talk to this dude. Hello there.
What can I get you, stranger?
Have you heard any rumors?
I heard from some travelers that something bad might have happened in Redcliffe, overrun by Darkspawn, maybe. There's no word from the village at all.
I actually come from there,
A friend of mine said he encountered someone fleeing the place and there was nothing waiting for him there but death. He wisely turned around and came right back. Anything else you need?
Any more rumors?
There's another royal army already gathering in the east. But from what I hear, when it marches, it'll be headed west, not south towards the Darkspawn. Can you imagine? If the Benorns stand up against Loghain, we won't need the Darkspawn to destroy us. We'll do their work for them. Anything else you need?
Anyone need help in here? He glances around for prying eyes, then produces a few notes on behalf of the interested parties. Right. Whoa, hello there. Correspondence interruptus. R has a small request. It's always useful to have a big name in your pocket, and there's nothing better than snagging them with their knickers down. If in travels wide someone were to come across notes between illicit lovers, I have certain specialists who can make the most of the texts. Delivered to the bartender, and an investment towards future manipulation will be handsomely paid. That's a weird quest. Solving problems. D requires swift action. I have trouble. A few of my more excitable young associates got a little nervous during a couple of delicate handovers. Suffice to say, a little mess needs attention. Life is normally cheap, but if word of this gets out, there will be consequences. My men are under close watch, so I would be most grateful for someone willing to take care of this. Coin is assured. And then negotiation aids. K requests the following. So RDK, okay. The troubles of the new blood seem to find me. I've ruffled some feathers with my alternative tactics, and certain people have had me blacklisted by my primary suppliers. So I put this out there to those enterprising friends who want an ally and perhaps a little coin. 15 toxin extract samples will be more than enough to ensure I can continue building support. Simple? Simple, isn't it? Right. Rogue quests. What? Deliver a stack of 15 toxin extract samples to the well-connected bartender in Nod Noble in Denerim for K. Deals went bad in the market, the warehouse, and the pearl. Get rid of the bodies by dumping them somewhere discreet in the market. What? As you travel, keep an eye out for love letters in noble and wealthy homes. Bring 12 of them to the well-connected bartender. Dude.
What can I get you, stranger?
Let me see what you have.
Right, I'll show you around.
Let me see what you have. Okay, elf fruit. You got some ale here again. Okay, this is for someone that drinks alcohol. Maybe I should get it. Maybe I should get it. I'm gonna get it. You never know. Okay. Health poultice recipe requires improved herbalism, but I can... Syringery kit recipe as well. Inspect or buy. What happens if I... So, lesser injury kit recipe requires improved herbalism. Okay. Does anyone have improved herbalism? No. You have herbalism. And you will get improved herbalism, most likely. But, okay. Maybe not yet. Right.
So what's the deal with you and him anyway? Dare I ask?
Hell?
Him? Him who? Is this supposed to mean something to me?
You know exactly who I'm talking about, Mr. Let's Make Kissy Faces over there.
My.
What?
You are jealous, aren't you? Did I take your favorite Grey Warden away
Oh
from
my
you?
god.
What? I'm not jealous. I'm horrified.
Those blushing cheeks of yours tell a different tale.
Uh-oh.
These blushing cheeks are terrified that you'll suck all the blood out of them once you're finished with them.
If I feel the need to suck on anything of yours, Alistair, you'll
Oh
be the
my
first
god,
to know.
Morrigan.
That was so not what I meant.
Yowza.
Perhaps we should go and tell him together about your touching concerns. Perhaps he'll pay more attention to you if you ask nicely.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
I think we're done here.
Wow.
Done before you started, in fact.
That was awesome. That was awesome. Okay, we're going in here. What is... Okay, we cannot go in here. Never mind, we're not going in here. We're going in here, though. What is this place? This is like... Okay, wait a second. Legend of Calenhad, Chapter 3, was it? Yes, Chapter 3. Calenhad's legend tells that Lady Shayna harbored a love for her king that went beyond friendship, a love that she had kept secret out of her sense of duty and honor. When offered a love potion by a witch in disguise, a witch who would later turn out to be the vengeance-seeking sister of Arl Simeon, Lady Shayna gave in to temptation. She used the potion on Calenhad, but Queen Mairen discovered the two of them together that night and, broken-hearted, fled Denerim to return to her father. She told Myrddin everything, and he angrily threatened to revoke his support of Calenhad and begin anew the civil war. It is said that Lady Shayna felt remorseful at her manipulation of her best friend's heart and confessed her use of forbidden magic to the court. Although her life was forfeit, Calenhad forgave Lady Shayna for what she had done and refused to have her executed. Myrddin furiously roused the other Arls against Calenhad and Lady Shayna, and it was not long before Ferelden stood on the brink of civil war once again. Against Calenhad's orders, Lady Shayna went alone to Mairen to plead for peace and plead her case, only to be found out by Myrddin and slain. Angered but also saddened, Calenhad challenged Myrddin to an honor duel, a fight neither of them wanted but both knew was necessary, and Myrddin was slain. The death of the king's greatest ally, an important Arl, was too much for the young kingdom to bear. The other Arls would not back down in their claims against Calenhad. The threat of civil war rose once again. Calenhad went to his wife one last time. Then, although none know what he said to her, and then he simply vanished, he left with Mairen a proclamation abdicating his throne in favor of the son his queen carried in her belly, who eventually ascended to the throne as King Wayland I, the king credited with establishing the Terran dynasty, lasting to this day. Calenhad would never reappear. The legend of Calenhad himself only grew over time as stories and sightings multiplied, even long after the point when Calenhad could possibly still be alive. Some say he disappeared into the Korcari wilds, or went to live with the dwarves, or even became a monk in a reclusive Chantry order. The Chantry named Calenhad one of the Anointed in 788 Storm. Calenhad's sword, Nemetos, was left with Mairen and became a symbol of Ferelden kingship over the next century. Rumors of its magical powers grew, and when it was lost in the ambush that killed King Venedrin in 824 Blessed, it was seen as a great blow to the Terran line. Several false swords have appeared since then, but never has the true sword resurfaced. Nice. Okay. Cool. Whoopsie daisy. That's a cool, cool little story. Okay, we only have this chest here, which... Oh, we can open. And it's empty. Damn. Right. Okay.
Very well.
Yeah. Maybe we can come back here with someone who can open the door, like Liliana. Maybe. Did we read this book? I don't think we did. Nevara. Nevara. The fourth time I attempted to cross the border into Nevara from Orlais and was turned back by chevaliers, I decided to take the more roundabout path, a ship back to Ferelden and then another to Nevara. The outcome was more than worth the trouble. The whole country is filled with artistry, from the statues of heroes that litter the streets in even the meanest villages to the glittering golden college of Magi in Cumberland. Perhaps nowhere is more astonishing than the vast necropolis outside Nevara city. Unlike most other followers of Andraste, the Nevarans do not burn their dead. Instead, they carefully preserve the bodies and seal them in elaborate tombs. Some of the wealthiest Nevarans begin construction of their own tombs while quite young, and those become incredible places complete with gardens, bathhouses, and ballrooms utterly silent, kept only for the dead. Jesus, okay, so that's like an Egyptian type of culture. Right. Well, guys, let's see if we can go here. Yes, we can. What do we have here?
It shall be done.
We have a bunch of guys. Crimson Oar's Mercenary, Leader Edwina, Crimson Oar, okay, Blackstone Liaison, and a Blackstone Irregulars box. Right.
Maker's blessings upon you, Warden.
Here we go. Notices of death. Warden, it is always a sad duty to report the deaths of those who have died in the service of the guild. Today this duty falls to you, should you accept it. With this letter, you will find the names of 4 women recently widowed and letters giving condolences for their loss of their husbands. All 4 men were killed doing the work of the irregulars, and we mourn the deaths of all who die in service of our ideals, to our ideals. Please handle this task with the discretion and care that I am confident you possess in spades. You must deliver these notes to the widows Irenia in Redcliffe, Larana near Lake Calenhad, and Sarah and Tanya in Denerim. Right. Many thanks for this difficult task. Right. Restocking the guild. My good people, we're facing work coming in from 2 fronts, and everyone must contribute. The irregulars are prepared to pay any man and or woman who comes forth with a gift of 20 health poultices, no questions asked. If we work together, we can stock the irregulars for war. Damn, right. New Codex update. What? My dear lady, Blackstone letter of condolences. Okay, my dear lady, it is with great regret that I must inform you of the death of your husband. He died as he lived, with the greatest honor, completing a task of vital importance to the guild. Rest assured that we will take vengeance on those responsible for his death. Please accept my condolences for your loss. Raelnor, Hawkwind. This letter is marked the seal of the Blackstone Irregulars. Right. Okay. So... hello there, Edwina.
Don't even think you can spill that and leave it for me to clean.
Never mind, then. I won't. This guy.
I'm a Crimson Oar. Which way you looking, or we'll rip your damned eyes out and piss in your skull. Another round for me men.
Right.
Next, drink to battle and victory.
Okay.
Next, drink to battle and victory.
Never mind, guys. Never mind. We're getting out of here. I need to find the other homes that I need to mark with the blood of whatever goat or whatever. Okay, this is Genitivi's home. Or Genitivi's home. Waylon is there. Who else do we have here? Okay, we have some books here. Just give me a second. History of the Chantry, Chapter 3. Hello. What? Brother Ferdinand Genitivi, as it is the duty of all true sons of the Chantry to make the chant heard from every corner of the world, I made it my mission to find as many corners of the world as possible. The Maker can hardly expect us to do one without the other. Brother Genitivi is one of the Chantry's most well-known scholars, primarily on the basis of the stories he has published, which many of his contemporaries dismiss as fanciful, of his travels across the length and breadth of Thetas. Right. The History of the Chantry, Chapter 3. It is said that the Battle of Valerian Fields, Mafarath stood and looked out over his armies. He had conquered the southern reaches of the greatest empire the world had ever known, and built splintered barbarian clans into a force to be feared. With pride in his heart, he turned to congratulate his men, and found that they had turned from him. Mafarath fell to the evil of jealousy. After all that he had done, his wife was the one to receive all the glory. He saw his wife's power and influence, and tired of his place as second husband below the Maker. His heart swelled with fury. If he had conquered just to have his wife wrested from him by a forgotten god and a legion of faith-hungry rabble, then perhaps this war was not worth the trouble. Here history and the Chant of Light come apart. History tells us that Mafarath looked north into the Central Imperium and saw nothing but more war against a rapidly regrouping army, and he despaired. The Chant of Light holds that Mafarath chafed with jealousy of the Maker, and jealousy of the glory that Andraste received, although it was he who led the armies. Mafarath traveled to the imperial capital of Minerathus to speak with the Archon Hesarian. There he offered up his wife to the Imperium in return for a truce that would end hostilities once and for all. The Archon, eager to put down the voice of the prophet that stirred his own people against him, agreed. Mafarath led Andraste into an ambush, where she was captured by Imperial agents, putting an end to her exalted march. Crowds of loyalists stood in the central square of Minrathos to watch Andraste's execution. By command of the Archon, she was burned at the stake in what the Imperium believed to be the most painful punishment imaginable. According to the Chantry, however, Andraste was instead purified and made whole by the flames ascending to life at her Maker's side. By all accounts, there was only silence where they expected screams. At the sight of the prophet burning, the crowds were filled with a profound guilt, as if they had participated in a great blasphemy. So moving was the movement that the Archon himself drew his sword and thrust it into the prophet's heart, ending her torment and leaving those assembled to consider the weight of what they had seen. Whereas the execution of Andraste was meant to be a symbol of defeat for the faith of the Maker, in truth, it all but sealed the fate of the worship of the old gods and paved the way for the spread of the Maker's chant. Wow. Right. There's another door there, and another book in here. And I'm going to read this book. Dragon Cults. Hello. Say what now? Let us suggest for a moment that a high dragon is simply an animal. A cunning animal, to be sure, but in possession of no true self-awareness or sentience. There has not, after all, been a single recorded case of a dragon attempting to communicate or performing any act that could not likewise be attributed to a clever beast. Now, How then does one explain the existence of so-called dragon cults throughout history? One dragon cult might be explainable, especially in light of the reverence of the old gods in the ancient Tevinter Imperium. In the wake of the first Blight, many desperate imperial citizens turned to the worship of real dragons to replace the old gods who had failed them. A dragon, after all, was a god figure that they could see. It was there as real as the Archdemon itself, and, as evidence makes clear, did offer a degree of protection to its cultists. Other dragon cults could be explained in light of the first. Some cult members might have survived and spread the word. The worship of the old gods was as widespread as the Imperium itself. Certainly, such secrets could have made their way into many hands. But there have been reports of dragon cults even in places where the Imperium never touched, among folks who had never heard of the old gods or had any reason to. How does one explain them? Members of a dragon cult live in the same lair as a high dragon, nurturing and protecting its defenseless young. In exchange, the high dragon seemed to permit those cultists to kill a small number of those young in order to feast on draconic blood. That blood is said to have a number of strange long-term effects, including bestowing greater strength and endurance, as well as an increased desire to kill. It may breed insanity as well. Navaran dragon hunters have said these cultists are incredibly powerful opponents. The changes in the cultists are a form of blood magic, surely, but how did the symbiotic relationship between the cult and the high dragon form in the first place? How did the cultists know to drink the dragon's blood? How did the high dragon convince them to care for its young, or know that they would? Is there more to draconic intelligence that we have that we have heretofore guessed at? No member of a dragon cult has ever been taken alive, and what accounts exist, from the days of the Navaran hunters record only mad rants and impossible tales of godhood, with dragons only recently reappearing and still incredibly rare. We may never know the truth, but the question remains. Dragon cults. Okay, this is a first. For me, at least. Right. My friend Waylon. Hello there.
What are you doing here?
I was just looking around. I'm gonna go with a question here. Who are you?
My name is Waylon. I'm the assistant of the scholar Brother Genitivi. This is his house.
Who is Brother Genitivi?
He's an eminent scholar and researcher who serves the Great Chantry. When you first came in, I was hoping that you had news of Brother Genitivi. Wishful thinking, it seems.
What news are you waiting for?
I haven't seen Brother Genitivi in weeks. He sent no word. It's so unlike him. Genitivi was on the trail of the Urn of Sacred Ashes. I fear he has gotten too close to the truth.
Okay. What do you think he discovered?
I don't know. He was very excited when he left and said he would be back with all the answers. Perhaps the urn has been lost for a reason. I pray for Genitivi's safety, but hope dwindles with each passing day. I tried to send help, but some knights came from Redcliffe looking for him not long ago. I sent them after Genitivi, and they too have disappeared.
Where did you send them exactly?
Now don't ask me where they went. You'll go after them. And what if ill luck should befall you too? This search is a curse on all of us. Some things are not meant to be found. I know that now.
No. I'm willing to risk it. Tell me where he went, please.
So be it. All he said
that was easy.
before he left was that he would be staying at an inn near Lake Calenhard, investigating something in that area.
What exactly was he investigating?
I don't know. All I discovered from going through his research was that he was staying at the inn.
But you just said that he spoke to you and told you that.
Yes, of course he told me, but I also went through his things to see if I could find other clues to his whereabouts.
Okay. You sound a little bit nervous. Are you hiding something, my friend?
That's not true. I told you everything I know. Brother Genitivi told me
us
about the inn, and that's all.
Told us. Who is us?
Us? I mean me. There is no us. Bah! Why do I keep up this charade? I gave you a chance to turn aside and forget you ever heard of Genitivi and the Urn. But you persisted.
What the hell is going on?
Now it has come to this. Andraste, forgive me, I do this in your name.
More enemies ahead.
Fight! Fight! Oh shit! Easy there with the fireballs. Jesus! Who used the fireball? Yeah, who used the fireball? Morrigan. Okay, what was that all about? I can't loot this guy. Right, okay. Anyways, that was interesting. And nothing else in here, right? Nope, there's nothing else in here. Let's see what's behind the door number...
Shall be done.
1. Whoa, okay. No way. There's a corpse there. Shit. Okay. We'll look into the corpse in a second. The Chantry Hierarchy. Oh, the Urn of Sacred Ashes. Wait a second. Brother Genitivi, the scholar who was trying to track down Andraste's final resting place, has gone missing. His assistant Wayland told us that he set off to follow a lead on the urn. However, on further questioning, the man who called himself Wayland became defensive and attacked you. He is now dead. Yeah, he is. Okay. Boom. The Divine Chantry Hierarchy. The Divine is the titular head of the Chantry, although since the schism split the Imperial Chantry into its own faction, there are now, in fact, 2 divines at any one time. One divine, informally called the White Divine, is a woman housed in the Grand Cathedral in Val Royeaux. The other, known as the Black Divine, is a man housed in the Argent Spire in Minrathos. Neither divine recognizes the existence of the other, and the informal names are considered sacrilegious. No matter the gender, a divine is addressed as Most Holy or Your Perfection. Beneath the rank of divine is the Grand Cleric. Each Grand Cleric presides over numerous chantries and represents the highest religious authority for their region. They travel to Val Royeaux when the College of Clerics convenes, but otherwise remain where they are assigned. All Grand Clerics are addressed as Your Grace. Beneath the Grand Cleric is the Mother, or in the Imperial Chantry, the Father. If a mother is in charge of a particular chantry, revered is appended to her title. Okay, so that's why we have the revered mothers. Okay, gotcha. These are the priests responsible for administering to the spiritual well-being of their flock. A mother or revered mother is addressed as Your Reverence. Brothers and sisters form the rank and file of the chantry and consist of 3 main groups: affirmed, initiates, and clerics. Affirmed are the lay brethren of the chantry, those regular folk who have turned to the chantry for succor. Often, they are people who have led a difficult or irreligious life and have chosen to go into seclusion, or even orphans and similar unfortunates who were raised into the chantry life. The affirmed take care of the chantry and are in turn afforded a life of quiet contemplation, no questions asked. Only those folk who take vows become initiates. These are the men and women in training, whether in academic knowledge or the martial skills of a warrior. All initiates receive an academic education, although only those who seek to become Templars learn how to fight in addition. Clerics are the true academics of the chantry, those men and women who have dedicated themselves to the pursuit of knowledge. They are often found in chantry archives, sages presiding over libraries of books and arcane knowledge. The most senior of these clerics placed in charge of such archives are given the title Elder, although such a rank is still beneath that of Mother. All other brothers and sisters are addressed simply by noting their title before their name, such as Brother Genitivi. Gotcha. And I think we have an update for Brother Genitivi here. Okay. His travels and rather too curious nature led him to a study of folklore, which gave him the notion that he could track down that most debated of all artifacts, the Urn of Sacred Ashes. He announced that he had found what appeared to be the trail of the urn left in the legends of the regions through which it had passed from Minrathos on its way into hiding. Right. Okay. So, the Blackstone Irregulars. Yeah. Bring 20 health poultices. Yeah, we read those. Why are they still showing up like this? Notice of termination. Find the remaining apprentices. We did that. Okay, man. We did that. Right. There's a chest here, which I can open. Here we go. Genitivi's research and steel symbol of Andraste. This holy symbol is crafted from polished steel and has a severe look to it. Okay, take it. And Codex update. Chantry hierarchy, right? That was it? Yes. Something at the end here. Clerics, true academics. Only those folk. What am I missing here? The Urn of Sacred Ashes. Okay. Okay. Brother Genitivi's research suggests that the village of Haven in the mountains to the west might have some clues as to the location of the urn. Brother Genitivi must have gone to Haven to continue his research. To Haven, yeah, okay, that's interesting. Right. Okay. What is this then?
I shall do it.
The body of the real Wayland. Oh. Okay, but who did we kill then? Oh, this is getting interesting. Okay. Okay. So, I think we had a quest where we needed to go to the warehouse. I think so. But the warehouse is glitching. There's a guy here.
I won't take the blame for this one. This was bad from the start. No way he was here to deal.
I have no idea why this thing is glitching.
I won't take the blame for this one. This was bad from the start. Thanks. I ain't sticking around to see how this turns out.
Okay, so we need to take the body and put it somewhere in the market, which is weird. But anyway.